Yes, good morning students. Let's continue our lecture with electric potential energy. Last time we have discussed about electric field, Coulomb force and all, principle of superposition and all. Right? Now let's discuss electric potential energy. After that, what is meant by electric potential or voltage? Let's see. Electrical potential energy, right? First, in general understanding, what is meant by potential energy? Simply, if you consider any object like this, which is at some height from the level ground or from the surface of the earth, okay, then we can say the potential energy which is stored in this body will be is equals to mgh, mass of the body into gravitational pull into whatever the height which is it is located, right? That is the thing. In the same manner, here also we are going to find the potential energy due to charges. Due to charges at a particular point, we are going to understand now. Right. Electrical potential energy depends on the charge also. Depends on the charge and also distance between the charges. Right. Let's see. See, electrical potential energy, that is EPE, okay, electrical potential energy is equals to negative of work done. First we need to remember that negative of work done is equals to electric potential energy, or else we can say whatever the work that you have done on the system of charges, it will be stored in the form of negative potential energy also, we can say, or else change in the potential energy will be used in the form of negative work done also, we can say, right? Let's see now. First of all, let me consider two charges at point A and another charge is in between, not in particularly point B, it is in between, anywhere in between B and C. Let's consider two charges Q1 and Q2. Okay, Q2 may be from B to C, anywhere it will be there. Okay, alright. Now, A and B. The distance between A and B I am considering as R1, and between A and C as R2. Means the maximum distance possible is R2 and the minimum distance possible is R1. Okay, right. Now let's consider the body arbitrarily we placed, means arbitrarily we placed between B and C. Okay, Q2. Q2 I have placed here. The distance between this Q2 and this Q1, let's consider as distance R. Now, what I will do here, simply I am going to do some work on this one. Means I will push this one from this position to somehow here. Okay, this much distance I have pulled, or else I have pushed, you can say, like this. From here to there it has moved. Initially it is at a distance of smaller. Now its distance increases to a small length called dr, right? It means that for pushing this one from here to there, we have applied some force here, right? Right. And it has moved to a small distance dr. That's why small work done, that is dW, is equals to force into displacement. Displacement is dr. What is the displacement of this Q2 charge? Simply dr. No? That's why dW is equals to F into dr. And F is what here? Coulomb force. The force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges, right? Let's substitute that one now. That is dW is equals to F means Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square, right? Into dr. Right. Now we need to do some integrations, integrating both sides. How we have to do integration? Okay, like this. Now we have to see the limits also. What are the applicable limits here? If you see here carefully, from B to C, you can you have the limits from R1 to R2. From the diagram you are able to understand, right? It means simply you can place this Q2 charge in between B and C, in between B and C, according to the assumptions that we have taken, assumptions or the conditions that we have taken before. We can pull or push this charge from B to C anywhere, right? That is the reason whenever you do integration, your applicable limits should be from R1 to R2, simply, right? And now dW, simply integral dW is work done W, that is equals to, and if you see here carefully, Q1, Q2, 4 pi epsilon naught, these are constant values. Q1 is a charge which is constant, Q2 is also a charge which is constant. With respect to time or with respect to anything, these two charges will never change their magnitude, right? That's why you can take that one outside. That is Q1, Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught is also a constant. That's why we have taken it outside. Now integral 1 by r square dr is remaining, and the limits are from R1 to R2, simply, and the limits are from R1 to R2. Then in this situation, right, we need to do what? Simply integration, as we know from before onwards. That is Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into integral 1 by r square minus 1 by r, right? That is minus 1 by r, and the limits are from R1 to R2. That is equals Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then we are going to get 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. This is nothing but called work done W. But electrical potential energy is equals to negative of work done, right? Right. Now here electrical potential energy at 2 points we have to consider. That is potential energy at R2. Okay, potential energy at R2 minus potential energy at R1. Okay, like this. Is equals to minus W. That is equals to this one with the minus symbol. That is nothing but simply Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into of 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Simply U R2 minus. Okay, right. Now if you see here carefully, minus sign will come here like this. So then Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equals to, and here if you replace them, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, we are able to see here. It means here minus symbol will come. That is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R2 minus 1 by R2. Okay, that's it. U R2 minus U R1. This is nothing but called potential energy difference. Okay, or simply you can say potential energy also. This is delta U. Delta U is equals to minus W is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R2 minus 1 by R. Please note it down. And calculations not only like this, you can do in any manner as you like. Right, now delta U value we just have found now. Right, if the separation between them is infinite, means nothing but if you take the same points A, B, B and C. The separation between AB we have taken as R1 right initially, and here to here is R2. We have considered in this manner. Okay. If you consider R1 is infinite, if you consider R1 is an infinite distance, then this value will become 0. That value will become 0. It means whatever the distance you move from there to here, that only we are just going to consider. That value we don't need to consider about it now. That's it. Next, simply, how can you write that one? UR2 minus UR1, which is R1 tends to infinity. That is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into of 1 by R2 only. R else simply you can mention R also like this. Simply R also you can mention. That is U of R is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R. That's it. This is nothing but called electric potential energy. Electric potential energy for any point of any charge which is fixed at one particular location, we can find electric potential energy at any point. But here, what type of charge that you are keeping in that particular point is also important. If you don't want to consider that charge what we are keeping in that particular point, then we call that as electric potential only. Next we will study about that one. Okay, fine. I hope you noted down. Right. Let's select a problem. Consider 3 points forming an equilateral triangle. 3 points forming an equilateral triangle. And here, each point consists of charges like 10 microcoulomb here, everywhere 10 microcoulomb, yes, everywhere 10 microcoulomb charge. Okay, everywhere 10 microcoulomb charge we have considered here. And now the question is, if you want to separate, if you wish to separate, means nothing but we have to take these 3 points towards the infinity. Means these 3 charges has to be taken away from each other up to infinite distance. What is the work done for that? What is the work done for that? We need to find out. See, already we know work done is negative of potential energy which is stored presently, right? Then if you find potential energy and if you keep minus equal to that one, that's it, that is called work done, right? Okay. Now for finding potential energy, what we have to do? For each and every charge separately we don't need to do, because all 3 charges are of equal in magnitude as well as the distance between them is also same, right? That's why easily we can do it by multiplying with 3, whatever the energy it will come. First of all, electric potential energy is EPE is equals to, we know the formula Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into distance between them. What is the distance between them? Is are placed at 10 centimeters. Means from here to here, the distance is given as 10 centimeters or 0.1 meters. That is equals to charges. I am going to find first in between these two. These two means nothing but 10 microcoulomb into 10 microcoulomb. Okay. It is in microcoulombs, right? Then we have to change into coulombs. That is into 10 power minus 6. Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value we already know 9 into 10 power 9, right? In a standard international system, SI system, right? 9 into 9. After that, the distance between them is 10 centimeters, that is 0.1 meter square. Meter square? No, not square, only 1. 0.1. This is just from here to here. We need to find from here to here and also from here to here. That's why you can directly multiply with 3 simply. If you do this whole calculation, you are going to get 27 joules of energy. Okay. If you do each and everything, you are going to get 27 joules of potential energy is stored in this particular equilateral triangle system of charges. Okay, right. If this one is having 27 joules of energy, then work done W d is equals to minus 27 joules. That's it. Minus 27 joules of energy work if you have done on this particular system, you can take away all these three charges to an infinite distance simply. Right? That's it. Right. Now let's discuss about the electric potential. Just now we have completed electric potential energy. Now we will discuss about electric potential. Electric potential, which can be mentioned by using the symbol V also. Okay, right. And if you see about electric potential, it can be said as voltage also as well as, but the terminology matters. For example, if you are considering a battery. From the battery, whatever the voltage that you are getting, we call that as EMF, electromotive force. For example, if you take a general power line supply, there you can consider voltage. Okay, EMF and voltage both are almost the same, but okay, their measurements, their dimensional formula, each and everything is same, but the source from where it is coming will have different terminology. Okay, from battery means we call that as EMF. From power supply main lines, it will be nothing but called as voltage. Okay, right. Now electric potential are EMF or voltage will be denoted by the symbol V. What is meant by electric potential? Generally, if you consider any charge, we know that it is surrounded by some electric field around that one. It will be surrounded by electric field, right? Like this electric field we will observe. And this electric field strength or electric field intensity we will denote by using this term E bar, right? Electric field intensity or electric field or electric field strength we will denote by using E bar, which is a vector quantity, right? That electric field only again can be discussed or else again can be explained by using another term called voltage V, which is a scalar. It is a scalar and it is a vector quantity. One is scalar and one is vector. Both are not same actually, but their work is same. Means nothing but they have to say about, they have to describe about the electric field only. Simply they have to describe about the electric field only. This one will say about electric field strength. This one will discuss about nothing but that is potential. This one also determines the electric field property only, right? Okay, this is a scalar quantity, this is a vector quantity, right? Okay, now electric potential. As just now we have discussed, potential energy U is equals to U of R is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R 4 pi epsilon naught R. We know this one, right? This is nothing but electric potential energy. But electric potential means you are by the charge, the test charge Q2 or Q1, whatever, you just need to bring it down. That is equals to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught r. This is nothing but called V of r, potential at that point. Okay, potential at that point. And here Q1 is immovable charge. Okay, Q1 is immovable charge. Because of this Q1 charge only, electric field is getting produced. Okay, Q2 charge also may give electric field, but which is negligible. And here Q2 charge is a test charge. Okay, Q2 is a test charge and Q1 is the main charge we have to consider. Okay, means for example, let's consider a charge Q1 here. Okay, and another charge Q2 here at a distance of smaller, right, at a distance smaller. And now this Q2 is a test charge and this Q1 is immovable reference charge, we can say, right. As this is a movable charge, we can move anyway. And if you want to find the potential at this point, okay, if you want to find the potential at this point, we have to do in this manner. First we have to find the potential energy and down we have to divide that one with the test charge times. Okay, it means nothing but potential energy. The test charge times of potential energy at a particular point is called as electric potential simply. Okay, the test charge times of that times potential energy is going to be divided simply by using Q2. Means Q2 means test charge. That's it. Very simple. If the test charge value is 1, potential, electric potential energy and also electric potential both are same. Okay, this is general explanation. Now let's see. See, let's consider 2 points A and B. Okay, and here I am keeping the major charge Q and here minor test charge Q, small q, and the distance between them is small r. Now what we are going to do is simply we just need to find the electric potential with the help of potential energy, electric potential energy. We know that UB minus UA is equals to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into UB minus UA is equals Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught, or we know that this is the change in potential energy. This is equals to delta U, we can consider. And now I am bringing this test charge Q2 to this side, LHS, that is UB minus UA divided by Q2 is equals to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught r. This is what? Delta U by Q2. This one is equals to simply, this one equals to delta U by Q2. UB minus UA is delta U, that's what we have given here, right? And this delta U by Q2 can be given as delta V simply. This is equals to VB minus VA, means potential at B minus potential at A is equals to delta U by Q2, that is UB minus UA by Q2, where Q2 is a test charge, That's it. This is nothing but called electric potential. And now we'll discuss about one example. We'll discuss one example to understand this one more clearly, right? Let's solve one problem. The given question is 2 points A and B, and the distance between them is 2 centimeters, and here 10 microcoulomb charge at point A and 20 microcoulomb charge at point B is placed. Now we have to find the potential at its central point. The potential at its central point due to the both charges. Due to the both of the charges. Right? How can we do it? Simply from here to here we know the distance is, if it is 2 cm central as it is, then 1 cm it will be. From here to here it will be 1 cm. It means electric potential at this point P, at this point P will be, this is equals to first potential due to 10 microcoulomb charge and potential due to 20 microcoulomb charge we are going to find, that is V1 is equals to just now we have discussed the formula, that is that main charge 10 microcoulombs converting into coulombs, 10 into 10 power minus 6, 10 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 4 by epsilon 1. 1 by 4 by epsilon 1 value is already we know 9 into 10 power 9. Right. And distance, square of the distance, square not only distance between them. Distance between from here to here is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter means it should be converted into meters. That is 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters. That's it. If you do this calculation, you are going to get 9 MV. Okay, 9 MV. After that, next what we have to do? Simply we do. It means we have found the potential due to 10 microcoulomb charge at point P, and now we have to find the potential due to 20 microcoulomb charge, that is 20 into 10 power minus 6 into 9 into 10 power 9 divided by 1 into 10 power minus 2. If you do this calculation, the same calculation only we are observing here. Here only 2 is there, multiplying with 2. Else double also we can say. Simply 2 into whatever the value we got here, that is 18 MV. Right? 18 MV we got. V2 and V1 we got both the values. And now we have to add them. Directly we can add this one because this is a vector quantity. No, this is a scalar quantity. That's why we can add them directly. Electric field should not be added directly because that is a vector quantity. We have to add vectorially only, right? But here we can add these to this one directly, potential easily we can add them. That's why total potential V is equals to 27 MV. Simply that's it. The total potential is 27 MV. Right. Let's discuss about relation between electric field and electric potential. Electric field E bar and potential is V, we know already, right? F is equals to AQ, where E is electric field strength or electric field intensity, right? F bar is equals to E bar dot Q, right? This one we already know. And next one, dW means change in work done, that is equals to minus du. We know change in work done is equals to is stored in the form of negative potential energy. This is dW. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2, and we know that dW is equals to F bar dot dr, right? Let's substitute the things. F bar is what? E bar dot Q into dr, right? And now du is equals to minus E bar Q into dr, right? Minus E bar Q into dr. This is the relation between electric potential energy and electric field, but we need to find out relation between electric field and electric potential only, not potential energy. That's why we have to convert this one in the form of electric potential. We know that dV is equals to du by test charge q. Just before we have discussed what is meant by electric potential at that time. This is equation number 3. Let's consider. Now from the above equation and this equation number 3, what can we write? dV is equals to du, in the place of du, minus E bar dot q into dr. Right? Now dV is equals to E bar dot q into dr divided by q, and this q and will gets cancelled. dV is equals to minus E bar dot dr. Right? Now integration on both sides, then we will get V is equals to minus E bar integral dr. V is equals to minus E bar dot r. That's it. This is nothing but the relation between electric field and also electric potential. V is equals to minus E bar dot r, where minus represents the direction only. Okay, minus represents the direction only, or else simply you can consider V equals to ER also. This will be used in many of the problems to solve easily, right?